I got this for about $9 to $10, and it's a sand bag with a handle on it. So it's kind of like a sand kettlebell. Now what we can do with this is, one thing that's really great is, watch this right here. You can see I'm standing right here, and I'm right here, and watch what I'm gonna do. You would never wanna do this with a 10-pound weight. Right on my toes. But what is great about
soft.
that
you
is
wouldn't want to do that with a hard weight.
Absolutely right, Ben. You are absolutely right. You would never want to do that with a hard weight, but with a soft weight like this, not only is it okay if you did drop it, it's not going to hurt your floor or hurt yourself, but it allows you to do even more exercises than you could do with a solid ball kettlebell. Imagine a cannonball with a handle on it. That's what a kettlebell is.
Yeah.
This one gives us some more opportunities. So what I have over here are 4 exercises with this that I'm going to have Josh do. Now you can follow along at home, and I'm going to show you how you can do this. But even more importantly, if you have a friend, if you work with somebody, or you yourself are visually impaired, I want you to pay attention to this workout, because these are things you can do, and this is going to get you on a track of that progression track, that track to success. So the first one we're going to do is called the pop and catch. All right, I'm going to show everybody on here what this one is going to look like from the way I do it. Then I'm going to give Josh this sandbag, and he's going to get to practice about 10 of these, and we're going to see how that goes. So this is going to be an explosive exercise. I'm going to take my sandbag off of the ground. So right now it's down here on the ground. I'm going to stand up with it, and then I'm going to kind of just pull it up in the air with my arms. You can see I kind of do like a little upward pull, and then I just kind of swoop my hands under it and catch it. So again, I'm going to show you. I'm doing a little bit of a squat down here to pick it up. I like to pick things up with good form. And when I pick it up kind of quickly, and that just makes it want to just kind of pop up. I don't even have to throw it in the air. I don't want it to go too high. I want it to just go kind of right here in front of my body, and it's just like what Josh and Byron did with doing that quick hand move on the stick, where they went from, knuckles down to knuckles up. Again, this is something that I can do with this sandbag, where I'm just switching my hand position, but the bag, look at that, it's not really moving too far. So Josh, come on over to the edge of the yoga mat here. I got the sandbag is right down in front.
Overhand grip to start?
Yep. So there you go. So there's the sandbags right there. Okay, so we're gonna kind of kneel down, touch the ground, and then you're just gonna stand up, give it a nice little pop. There you go, right there. There's 1. 2. Nice, popping up tall, standing tall at the top. 3. Stomach will be tight at the top. 4. Nice. 5. There you go.
Almost hit myself in the face.
Almost hit him. But again, sand weight. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Nice. How'd that feel, Josh?
Nice.
The microphone right here.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth.
Nice. Now, do you generally do exercises where you're tossing things around and catching them?
I haven't done it a lot.
Okay.
I mean, like, some of the martial arts drills from way back, but not for a while.
Nice. And the reason I like to do things like this, and the reason that I was like, this will be a good first exercise, is because I didn't think it would be one that would be, again, very, very common. But what I like about this is, even though Josh knows this is a sand weight, and even though he knows it's okay if it falls, he understands and has a sense of urgency to not have that happen. Now, when you exercise with a sense of urgency, which means you really want to avoid something from happening, maybe dropping the weight, that's going to get your muscles and your body to be at a heightened state of awareness, a heightened state of maybe tension, and it's going to allow you to really focus on your performance, because you really, really, really don't want to make a mistake. All right, so remember, this exercise, we'll be doing a quick tap. If you were sitting down, you might reach out to something and then be doing fast taps on it. Let's go ahead. We're going to do this for about 50 taps or so. So that's going to give Josh a chance to get really good at this one and to maybe get moving real fast. Let's see how accurate he can be. And let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Wow. Pretty
It
easy.
looked like he was doing a dance. Now I was reaching toward my screen while I was doing that.
Here, I'll stick my shin up in the air like Michael Flatley if anybody's old enough for that.
And remember, again, like Ben mentioned, if we were sitting down, there might have been, even if you're just tapping your desk, and what we're trying to do is
reaching toward your screen.
Reaching towards your screen. You're right, Ben, because we're trying to create that pattern. And you can see how Josh, as he got into, like Byron, gets into that flow where he really gets things moving and grooving. Josh got to show us an example of that where he really started going quick. I think number 30 through 50, wow, that was super duper fast.
He was
doing a dance.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Nobody's ever accused me of being a good dancer. So,
all right. The next one we're going to do, I'm laughing. I call it Around the World. Now remember, if you're on our app, because you have access to that app, if you're on the GetTruFit app, like Ben and Carrie and Sandy and Karen and so many of our friends, there's an exercise on there called Around the World. I'm pretty sure it has Ben and our friend Kristen are showing us how we do that exercise, but Byron does it too. This is where we pass the weight around our body. And sometimes we pass it around our waist.
Or we do the witch's brew if you don't have anything in your hand.
Yes, absolutely, Ben. If you don't have anything in your hand, work on that witch's brew. Or you can do a behind the body clap. So you could clap behind your back or maybe clap behind your head. I could also pass this sandbag around my head, because again, if I get it here, oops, I dropped it, that's okay. So what we're gonna have Josh do is we're gonna have him, just like what I'm doing here, we're gonna pass the sandbag around our body and kind of get a nice centrifugal kind of spin here, almost like we're on a ride at a carnival, or the bag's on a ride at least, spinning it around our body. Now the challenge that I'm gonna give Josh here, nice Jedi, did y'all see that? I did not tell him I was handing him the weight, and he totally just reached out and took that. That's the Jedi. That's the Jedi stuff that we're talking about here. So, talking about more Jedi. So, what we're going to do is, Josh, on 2 feet, let's go ahead and start moving that bag around. You're going to tighten your stomach a little bit, and so that way you're stable. And you can see Josh's body is nice and straight. He's just kind of letting the arms relax and move around, and he's anticipating that handoff. Check that out. Every time there, he's getting a feel for that handle. Now let's go ahead and do about 5 more of these, and I'm going to give Josh the challenge that I like to do to most folks. Now when you're doing an exercise like this and you try to balance, one of the ways that you balance, the main way that most people would balance, is using their vision to find something to balance.
a little harder.
Josh is using his proprioception. He is using, so there you go, he gets his centrifugal force. The force of the circle is going to help with some of the balance. It's creating a constant circle around his body. He can balance with that. He can balance with the feeling of his inner ear. Your vestibular balance from your inner ear is going to help you.
So he can hear the whoosh from the weight.
Absolutely, even that. Everything is giving a cue into positioning.
I can keep about 5 before I have to put my foot back down.
And it sounds like, okay, so this is great. So everybody, did you hear that? Probably not. Josh said he can keep about 5 before he puts the foot down. So now my challenge is going to be, let's get 10 right now. Let's go up. Let's take a moment. Let's take a deep breath. Everybody think of the breathing. This is what exercise is all about. Josh found a baseline for himself. And what he's going to now do is get to challenge that baseline. His baseline was 5. And we're going to challenge that.
The right leg is not, the left leg is much stronger.
Go with the power leg then. Let's go get the circle going first before you lift off.
All right.
You want to get the momentum going. Get your stomach tight. Feel relaxed. And I'm actually going to stop talking and I'm going to let Josh focus on trying to get 10.
That was 9.
9! Oh, pretty good. I think he's going for one more try. Let's go one more try on this. And then we're going to do one more exercise with Josh in the kettlebell. 1, 2, 3. Focus. 4, 5. Stay in the way. 6, 7. Stay in it. 8. Stay in it. 9. Stay in it. 10. Check that out, everybody. That right there in front of you, you can see progression off of that baseline. That's what this program is all about for all of us. We want to
watch out for the ankle a little bit.
Watch out for your ankle. It's going to strengthen your ankles up. Strengthen up your ankle, your knee, your hip, your core, and even the shoulders with that motion. So again, that was really neat. Not only did we get to see Josh showing us the around the world exercise and showing us a style of balance that is very, very unique. All right, most of us do balance off of using our eyes to stabilize. Josh is able to increase his balance on the spot right there by applying not only his focus and concentration, but also a little bit of pressure from his coach. And if you're a coach out there, that's what being a coach is all about. Some of you are team leaders, and some of you know that there's something, yeah, I'm good for 5. Well, then let's go for 10. All right, team leaders, coaches, let's keep working on this and keep getting stronger too. All right, our last exercise that we're gonna do, and then we're gonna be wrapping up, it's gonna be a full curl to press. So this is the Statue of Liberty. I love doing the Statue of Liberty. Bernie and Clinton, they do the Statue of Liberty. They do a great job. We're gonna pretend our weight is a nice torch. We're gonna lower down to our right side, do a curl, and then do a press. Then we're gonna lower it down to our left side, do a curl, and then a press. So we're gonna do 2 Statue of Liberty lightings, but we're gonna do one time where if we're doing this sitting down, let me do this with my stability ball. If we're doing this sitting down, so here, me and Josh are gonna get into our zones.
Let me just scoot over here.
You're perfect right there. All right, so if we're doing this one, if I'm sitting down, I'm gonna take my right hand. You're good, yep, go ahead and do it with me. So we're gonna go down to that right foot. We're gonna go up, and then up, and then down, and then now we're gonna go down to the left foot. So a little bit of a twist, and then we're gonna go up, and then down, and then back down to the right foot, and then up, down to the left foot. There you go. And see how Josh is in that nice twisty position? That's what we're going for. Let's go ahead and switch arms. We'll go left hand, so now we'll go left arm down to the left side, up, and then go all the way up over your head, down, and then now to the opposite side. There we go. There's that twist that we're looking for. There we go. We just don't want that arm on the leg like that. That right arm is going to be maybe out to the side on this one. There you go. And then when he comes across to his right foot, that right arm is going to be kind of out to the side. There you go. Nice. That's going to allow that core to twist. Let's do one more set of those, going left foot, right foot. And again, check this out. Josh is working that bicep. He's working that deltoid. He's pushing that up there. Now he's got that rotation going in, getting his body to twist and turn, going up high, bringing it down low. That's how it goes. Everybody, let's give a round of applause for Josh. All right, Josh is our first special guest outside of the ARC special guest. So remember, we had our man Chris Hill. I know you're probably out there right now, my man Chris Hill and Sophie. They were in here. They're our first guest working out in the studio. Josh is our first guest. Remember, Josh is a member of, you can see it right here on his shirt. He's got the Team USA, American flag, got the USA logo, representing Team USA for all of the 100% visually impaired surfers out there, or just visually impaired athletes. All right, there's a big community, and if you know somebody who wants to exercise and they say, well, it's tough for me to exercise because I have a visual impairment, you let them know that you know about a program, you know about a community that they can join, and tell them, say, I saw this guy Josh working out with my coach John, with my friend Coach John, and was doing some amazing things, and I think you can do them too. We're gonna get to start something great here. Me and Josh are gonna be working really hard here in San Diego to try to help people with visual impairments to be their best, not just on land, but in the water too. And if you happen to know a girl or a lady out there who's visually impaired and would want to go surfing and maybe even join Team USA, I want you to get her in touch with me or Josh, because we got a spot for her if she would want to join our team and get her all trained up. So again, everybody, this was a great workout. This was excellent. Ben, do we have somebody on here who can bring us on home with a good breathing close?
Bobby doing it again.
Bobby, I think that would be great, man.
Fantastic.